views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Stay in your lane. What we said, stay in your lane. This is the graduation season and I'm here and I got a lovely lady in the studio with me, 'cause you're ready to share a journey. What we said, stay in your lane. Woo! Welcome to the Stay in Your Lane podcast. I'm your host, Samanta Harmond. How you guys doing? Happy Thursday. It's a beautiful day. It's been a minute. So welcome to the graduation series where we have our graduate come take the mic, share their story, the experience about coming to college, what that life was, life before college, and also what they're planning on doing in the future moving forward. Because let me tell you, it doesn't matter what you're doing, what degree you're getting, as long as you put in the work, it's not easy, you understand, because it takes dedication and time, and for you to start something and finish it, it's actually an accomplishment, something that you should be very proud of. So for all my students out there that is thinking, what's next, or you don't know what's next, or you have something that you want to share, listen, hit my line. Go to stay_in-your-lane podcast on Instagram. DM me and let's schedule a time and date. Or you can also email me at sharmond@email.essex.edu, or my telephone number, it's available. It's 551-257-8627. And with no overdue, I'm going to introduce the lovely lady I have here. Hello, Shania. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. And I'm so sorry last time I missed my time to come on Stay on Your Lane.
Girl, this is the perfect time, okay? That's so fun. But I want you to introduce yourself. Like, give me a brief intro of you. Let them know about you before we actually get into it.
Okay, so my name is Shania, and on Instagram, you probably can see my Instagram as I'm So Soft Lavender, or I'm So Soft Lavender Rose as ZBT, or Mocha Sorrel on Facebook, and my private Instagram is Mocha Sorrel.
Ooh, those are some nice names. Well, you said soft lavender. What is it?
I'm So Soft Lavender Rose, or Lavender Mocha for TikTok.
Why lavender? Is that your favorite color?
No, it's my mom's favorite scent, and lavender is relaxing, so that's why I picked it. But my skin is so soft, so I'm like, I'm so soft. And then favorite color or scent.
Clap to that. I love that. Lavender, purple, right? Is it purple?
Yeah, purple.
Shade of purple. You have lavender? Oh, no. Isn't that lavender?
Yes, it's lavender.
Which one is lavender? The lighter color or both?
This is the color, and this is purple, but lavender is a shade.
Lavender is a shade of purple, right?
Yeah.
I know it, yeah. So lavender is definitely, and it's a purple is for prosperity.
That's right.
Purple was my ex-best friend. My ex-best friend favorite color.
Really?
Yeah, her favorite color is purple. Shout out to you, girl. I hope you're out there doing great things. I don't hate you. Love always in my heart. So what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is cyan.
What is it?
Cyan. It's like a blue.
Oh, why? Cyan. How does that look?
It's like a lighter version of sky blue and turquoise, like mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like really, really bright. It's kind of like a packet of nerds, but lighter.
I always say it's like this, guys. If you can see it. Like that. Okay, so I want to say thank you so much for coming to sit down with me today. So I have to ask you, what's your major at Essex County College?
My major at Essex County College is New Media Technology.
Yes? Why did you choose that major?
Actually, when I started, I chose art because I didn't know that we had New Media Technology here. So just like you said, it really is a journey.
Yes.
And I didn't know a lot of stuff when I came here.
Yeah?
because it was COVID and I was used to coming in person.
Yeah.
Like when I started everything, I came in person, and then I was like, oh, I'm just now registering for my classes, and now everybody is locked down.
Mm-hmm.
It was so different to experience schooling period in general
Wow.
during COVID, because suddenly you can't go to campus.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And you're stuck at home.
Oh,
And
wow.
that made it difficult. That made applying for classes confusing. And let's say you forget that you had a class, because I have ADHD and I need accommodations.
Yes.
So when I'm looking back at my transcripts,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, where was this class? I don't remember taking this.
Oops. Really?
Yeah, because during COVID, I think I might have applied for a class and I didn't see it on the computer. So I'm like, I don't have it.
Oh, wow. So you first applied to Essex County in 2020?
Yeah.
So were you active during when they opened up the system online with COVID during 2020, the full 2020?
I was active, but I honestly did not take it seriously when I first applied, because I was like, it's online, it's going to be fine. And this is the weird part. I was doing work. I wouldn't turn in my assignments,
Wow.
but I would do the work,
Wow.
which is so crazy.
So is it that you didn't know where to turn it in, or you just thought, I did it, it's whatever?
Either it's usually I forget to turn it in, or I don't know where it is.
Wow. So that transition, were you full-time or part-time?
I had 3 classes, so I think I was part-time.
Part-time, yeah, because you have to do 12 credits to do full-time. So through COVID, 2021, you were still, so was there any particular time from 2020 till now, 2026, where you took a break?
Yeah.
When?
Actually, something bad happened to me, so I had to stop taking classes, and it was in 2020. It was in 2021, so that made me take a break.
Okay.
And I was actually missing for 4 days.
You were missing? Was that your personal decision, or something happened? What was it?
It wasn't a personal decision. It was more like I used to do this food drive type thing with my friends, other college-age kids in the community, from Maplewood, Newark, and stuff. And we would give out food, every Wednesday and every Saturday during COVID, because we knew that people needed food.
Yeah.
And some guy came there, an older guy, and he was saying that, oh, this is so beautiful that you guys do this, do that. And he pretended like he was all chummy with us. Mind you, I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community, and I consider myself non-binary. But, physically I present as a woman.
Yeah.
But I'm not really one of those people who cares if somebody calls me she, her. I'm I'll use almost any pronoun. But I'm cool with she, her, because that's what I've been called most of my life.
Yeah.
So I'm I don't care. But he was really mad that me and this other girl in the food organization, that we were a lesbian or had lesbian relationships. And we were openly talking about it. Mind you, we're in this girl's car.
In the car.
We're in her car, because he came to the food drop-off place to get food, and he was complaining.
Okay.
Mind you, when he came, we were all vibing, having a good time, all listening to everybody's music, and in a circle, in a big circle.
Yeah.
And he came in, breaking up the circle, causing ruckus, ruining all the energy. And then my young self, my young, newly 20 self, I didn't like him, but I didn't decide to say something, even though I should have been no, he needs to leave. He's ruining everything. We don't operate like this. And then another one of my friends, like I said, a lot of us are LGBTQ who were giving out the food.
Okay.
So another friend, their name was Buzz, and Buzz was like, oh, I'm going to go and get you $20 from the ATM and let you go to ShopRite and get what you want if you don't like what we have.
Yeah.
Which is overcompensating.
Wow. Of course it is. Okay, so what happened next?
So Buzz asks our other friend, the girl, he asks her, he's like, oh, do you want to take this person to ShopRite? You know, you just be dropping them off. Mind you, I already asked her if she could take me and my mom home because she lives in Maplewood and we lived in the Ivy Hill section, so that was really close. Like, we bordered each other, so it was on her way home. So she's like, oh, yeah, of course, I can take you home. So we get there, and the guy is weird. He won't get out the car. We're waiting for him to leave out the car. We're in the parking lot at ShopRite. And then I finally say, oh, yeah, you know what? I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting out the car. And now he seems like he wants to get out the car. Mind you, while we were talking about relationships and girlfriends and all that on the way there, he was super quiet.
Quiet, just listening.
And my mom is chatting with me and the girl. But I'm not going to use her name because I know the situation, how it ended. It made her uncomfortable. So I'll just use A.
Okay.
Like, I'll be like friend A.
Oh, yeah, friend A.
So friend A, she was like, oh, wait, I think my mom needs something from the store because I ate the last of her such and such.
Yeah.
And I need to replace it. And my mom's like, well, then I might as well just go grocery shopping right now. If you're going in Anaya, cut her name out.
That's okay.
Friend A is
Friend
like,
A,
it's like, oh, well, yeah, we're all going to go in now. Now he seems super friendly and like he was really weird. And so we go in, I go to the bathroom, everybody else goes shopping. I go to the bathroom as soon as we get in ShopRite. And then I go find them and they're like in the cereal section. And he's all being weird, pointing at the box, talking about Whole Foods. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And forcing people to use his phone to listen to music. And then friend A is like, I have my own phone. I can listen to music on my phone. Like, yeah. He just seemed really weird and controlling. So then finally, you know, we all get our groceries.
Yeah.
And we get back. And
so all this time he was still in the store shopping with you guys? You guys didn't take the money out and like give him the $20 so you could go?
He already had it.
Oh, you already had it and he decided to linger around with you guys? Okay.
Yeah, he didn't need to shop with us. We should have been separating in the store.
You guys just didn't know how to tell him to go about his ways. So what did he do? What happened?
So he kept being weird like that, like forcing his phone in people's hand, just being, it was weird. So we get to the register and my mom decides to be real nice. She's like, oh, I'll pay for everybody's stuff.
Okay, Miss Nice Lady.
So she pays for everything. And then she just, like, separates everybody's stuff, like, once we get to the car. Like, okay, this is your stuff, this is my family stuff, and put his stuff in the trunk.
Oh, wait.
So that's what we did. And then he needs to give us directions to his house. He does. And he keeps telling us on the way there, he's like, oh, my apartment has weird vibes. I don't want you guys to come up. My apartment has weird vibes.
Were you guys looking to go to his apartment?
Why were we trying to go to his apartment? We just said that we're going to drop you off at your apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Why would we go in your apartment, right? We get there, and he's like, my mom uses the name Sojourner when we give out food and stuff.
Okay.
So he's like, oh, I need to talk to Sojourner. So they were there so long. Me and friend A get out the car. And, like, we're going to get his stuff out the car so that he can go upstairs.
Yes.
And by then, they should be finished talking, right?
Been a long time?
No, we were out here for at least 20 extra minutes after we got the food out. And we're like, he got milk and stuff. Like, this stuff is going to go bad. Like, it's hot. He needs to go upstairs. And after all that, oh, don't go upstairs, da-da-da. He tells us we can help him bring the food upstairs.
So did you guys help him to bring the food upstairs?
We did.
And then what happened? Did he kidnap you guys?
I think he was planning to, because then he says when me and friend A are up there, he's like, oh, you guys are so nice. And I miss my family and all this stuff. And, like, you guys are so nice to hang out with. I love your energy. And then he asked us, do we want to hang out next Wednesday? We agreed because this was before it gets really weird. He left his phone in the car. So when we come back downstairs and we see it, and I'm telling Anaya, I'm telling friend A, I'm like, oh, he left his phone in the card, and I'm pretty sure I gave it to him before he left so he wouldn't forget it. That's weird. It seems like he put it back on the seat on purpose.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, don't come back alone. Like, you can give his phone back after we drop my mom and the food off. So that's what we did. We went to our apartment in Ivy Hill, and I dropped the food off with my mom, and then I went back with Anaya.
To his house?
To his house to give him his phone. And then he started screaming at us and yelling at us and just being all weird. And we're like, what the heck?
So the reason for you to disappear for 4 days, did it happen that he kidnapped you guys, or you just took a mental break? What happened?
He kidnapped me the next Wednesday.
Oh, you end up spending time with him? You end up going back to visit him the Wednesday?
It was supposed to be my mom, friend A, and me go out with him to eat.
Yeah.
And then friend A ended up having to babysit. So by the time we got there, we went to Ruby Tuesdays. It was time for friend A to babysit. So just dropped us off. And then my phone died when we're there, and he's being weird to me. I'm trying to get away. He takes my phone at some point. He's texting my boyfriend at the time, telling him that we need to break up. And then my phone dies, like, before I, like, get my phone back.
Yeah.
Because I had went to the bathroom.
Okay.
And I come back, and he's being all weird and be like, oh, you should sit closer and all this weird stuff. And I'm just like, no, I'm not into you like that. I don't see you like that. And he's weird because this guy keeps saying stuff like he thinks that he's God and all kinds of weird stuff.
So what happened? So something ended up happening, and he kidnapped you for 4 days?
Yeah, I think maybe he put something in my water because for some reason this day my water bottle top goes missing and I can't find it. And I forgot to bring my water with me to the bathroom because I'm like, it doesn't have a top on it. It's unsanitary to bring it in the bathroom. So I was kind of like, to bring it in the bathroom with me. But I think he put something in my water.
Oh, wow.
And then he gave me coffee, and I have ADHD. And, you know, when you're taking ADHD medicine, you can't drink coffee.
Oh, wow.
So later, because my anxiety is running, he grabs my wrist. And we were on the opposite side of Jersey Gardens Mall. I don't recognize it from the other side when my anxiety is high and I'm scared. So I'm like, where the heck are we? My phone's there. I'm like, how the hell am I getting home? I'm supposed to go give out food after this. We don't make it there because he's like dragging me around. And that's how the 4 days ends up, him just dragging me around Orange.
Wow.
And I'm constantly running away.
Wow.
Like, I will get blocks away, and then suddenly this man pops
So you were
up.
sleeping on the road?
He brought me to his house at some point.
Okay, at some point. Wow. So did he end up going to jail? Did you guys file a report?
I did, and they butchered the report, and they claimed that this man was my boyfriend, even though I had a boyfriend at the time. So it was really, really weird. They, like, discredited my whole report, and you're supposed to be able to edit it. And they didn't let me do any of that.
Wow. I'm so sorry about that. So that made you took a break from school?
Yeah.
For how long did you take a break from?
I think I took a break for, like, a whole year.
A whole year? So when did you come back to Essex County?
I think it was either 2022 or 2023.
2023. And that's when you decide to change your major from art to new media?
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me about new media. What made you change it to new media?
Actually, it was when I was taking 2D design and 3D design. I had some classmates who were telling me about their major, and I was like, yeah, I really want to do animation. We don't have animation here. And they're like, who told you that? And I'm like, oh. I was like, somebody told me this. And they were like, well, they lied to you. And they were like, we're going to help you get into new media and change your major. They were like, do you know what department your major is in? I said, humanities. They're like, okay, we're going to talk to the Chairman Tuma and tell him that you want to change your major. So my friend Amanda took me to change my major.
Wow.
And the other people who had new media technology class too, They were really sweet. I'm talking about, like, I went to the bathroom one time in that class, and, you know, I'm working on my project in 3D design. I'm making a chair from Suzume. And when I come back, they're like, we're working on my project.
Wow, that's so nice. Yeah, I learned about new media from interviewing certain students. I learned about communication, that they had a communication, new media degree and stuff. And I'm like, wow, that is so interesting because that is so up my alley. I didn't know about it. I came here to study software engineer. I was going to go into computer system. But I'm like, that's something that is really interesting. And stuff, to the point to where I said I was going to take a second degree, but I'm like, damn, I don't think I need to be at Essex next year again. All right, stuff. So I think if I go to a 4-year, I would do, I don't know if they call it new media there or anything, but I realized. So the courses, what did you learn from the new media?
Okay, so 2D design. Actually, I think I have my sketchbook from when I was taking that class, so I can show you some of the things I actually worked on.
Okay, you can show me after.
Okay, so there were certain projects you had to do. So you have to, like, we did a wire project where you use, like, aluminum wire to build something for 3D design.
Wow.
You also had to do a wood project. That's why I made my chair, because I was like, this is perfect. And this is the best thing about going to places and talking to people. Because I asked professors and other people about, like, certain materials, I was able to go to Home Depot, and I didn't even have to pay for certain materials because it was considered junk wood because of how light the wood is and, like, the cuts. Yeah. But it was just the cut that I needed. I needed it to be a certain size, and that's basically scrap wood. So I basically got to go to Home Depot and get free wood. Nice. And I only had to pay for, like, some nails and some hinges to put on the chair, and then everything else was pretty much free other than the paint that I, like, had to buy from the school store to paint it, and, like, other art supplies that I bought on my own. And then it was just, like, carving to make it look like the chair from the movie. And I had a lot of fun on that project because I wanted that prop, and I was just going to buy it. And I said, why am I going to buy it? I can make it.
Wow, look at that. So did you end up taking animation class?
I did. I took animation classes in 2025.
Okay, how was that?
It was fun. Actually, we did, what did we do? We worked on an animation project together because Professor Smith was like, I want you guys to learn what it's like to actually be in the studio, or when you're working in the field. If you guys are working on animation right now, you guys will be broken into teams, and you will all be in one studio or under one studio, and you guys all will have, like, the thing that you work on. Like, in a studio, let's say it's a game design studio. There's somebody who works on the backgrounds. There's a group who works on character design. There's a group who probably does the audio sound effects. Like, there's groups who do different things. Like, that's their thing. Like, there's a group who does weapons. If this is a shooter game, that means they design all the guns. And then there's somebody else who designs, like, all the gear or the clothes. Like, there's a team for that.
Okay. So you learn about animation. You learn about creating 3D. What else did your degree taught you that was new skills that you learned?
So things I learned, let me see. I learned how marketing plays into everything, and how when you are good at drawing, like, there's so many career paths you can go through, like illustration, you have graphic designer, and let's say you are, like, a super creative person and you're not going to be, like, doing animation or something. It doesn't mean that you don't have those skills. Yeah. Because we learn programs to use, like, Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, what is it called? Blender. We learn all those tools. And then we also took other classes. Like, we had to take audio production, filmmaking, photography. Like, taking all those classes made you realize how much new media technology intersects with other careers. Like, and I feel like it made people question, like, do I really want to do this or do I want to do that? And if you have a really strong passion, it doesn't make you change what you want to do, but it just
adds to it. The
it just
skills.
skills. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, I am so interested in that degree. I need to see which other school teaches that. So I have to ask you, what does stay in your lane mean to you? Like, what lane would you say you're currently in?
I would say that I'm definitely in the creative lane, and or what's something. When I was a Nasher in Sadie Nash leadership in high school, they had this thing at Summer Institute that they called all the leaders who were grown already and women that they were like, these are women you can look up to, and they're going to share their story about where they are. They call them trailblazers.
Yes.
I would say that I think I'm a trailblazer of my own, and I think all my friends are trailblazers, including you.
I love it.
I think that we're blazing trails and we're paving the way for other people who don't think that they can do it, or like, oh, I can't do that. I'm like, yes, you can. You can do it. Like, I thought that I wasn't going to make it because when something happens like that, you get in a dark place. I thought I was never going to come out.
Look at you now. Praise be to God. I love that for you. So what currently drives your passion?
So what drives my passion is basically my love for humanity and for people, and I love love.
Oh, I love that.
So because of that, I love seeing people smile. I love doing stuff that inspires people. I just want to inspire people and remind them that the world is a positive place. Just as much as some people think it's negative, I'm like, the world is about balance. So I'm here to bring the positivity and balance the world back out.
We need that. We need that. We need that. Clap for that one. Clap for that one. We need that. So I have to ask you, getting your degree, I know you said you have ADHD, right? And certain thing that has been obstacles that has stopped you, and then you end up coming back to school and everything. With all that, what would you say, getting your degree and finally at the finish line now, about to graduate, what was your biggest challenge you faced?
I feel like my biggest challenge was staying on top of remembering to not turn in assignments, because ironically, the professors here will remind you and be like, hey, I didn't get that from you. Make sure you turn it in. Lucky for me, half the time I remembered, but it was the accommodations, remembering to get my accommodations so that I wouldn't be late turning things in. So that whenever I turn it in or finally get my stuff together, collect all my papers, that is on time. It was remembering to go get my accommodation letter, because I had trouble with that actually at a 4-year school, and it actually almost stopped me from wanting to pursue my education.
Wow. So you were in a 4-year school before, and then you dropped out?
I decided, the way it worked is if you go to a 4-year and you get on academic probation, you have to go to a county college to show that you can make the grade, and then you can come back.
Okay.
So some people I know just go to Essex County to show like they can make the grade, and then they go back to a 4-year school.
Okay.
So originally that's what my plan was at first, but then I realized I'm like, I didn't even like that school that much. And they gave me loans, and no, I'm going to stay here and get a degree.
I love that for you. So in your field, right, how do you handle criticism or negative feedback? Because I know you said you're all about positivity. And, in this world, there's always positive and negative. There's people out there that, may not be always positive like us. Like, like how you are bubbly and just very easygoing. How do you handle any criticism or negative feedback when people bring negative energy towards you?
Well, I always remind myself that people are projecting the things that they feel. So whatever they say to me, it bounces off of me and it goes straight back to them, not just because of karma, but because I'm throwing glitter and not shade.
Oh, I love that. Clap that. Clap that. Clap that. I'm showing, hello, you heard that? You heard that? She's showing glitter, okay? And not shade. Sprinkles, hello, brought up. So what lesson have you learned from failure or setbacks?
I think a great source is currently my mentor and boss, Amifa, from Pop-Up Parent Shop. She really is teaching me that it's okay to fail, because like my anxiety and stuff, when I first got there to like work at her shop, like as a full intern, like I want to work here and not just the summer program for SYP Swipe. It was different because it was like, I know I'm going to do all work. It's not as chill. Not saying there's no chill, but it's not as chill as when, the city is paying for it. And because, internships mostly still, they don't pay. So, like, you're volunteering because you love this, not because you don't care. So, it's showing up on time. And then when you mess up, because I messed up a lot. I've messed up so many times there. And I'm just like, is she going to yell at me? Oh, my God. Because I have anxiety. And I'm just like, she never does. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, that's life. Life is about failing all the time. You're going to fail into success, literally.
Of course. I love that. I always have a saying, right? Setbacks, they don't define us, they only refine us, right? And when we're messed up, mistakes are there so we can be better, because nobody is perfect. And then what is perfect anyway? You understand? Perfection is like no growth. It's like, why don't you want to grow? You understand? You don't have to beat yourself up. We all want to get it right, but in order to get it right, sometimes when you don't know, you have to make those mistakes. That's going to actually teach you and bring you to the next level. So I used to beat up myself like, this has to be perfect before I start. Same thing when I started this podcast. I didn't know where to start. I know what I wanted to do, but I was so scared to start because I'm like, you got to be perfect, got to be this. I didn't share it on social media, especially my social media, because I'm like, I didn't like how my voice sound. I didn't know if people would judge me. I'm not a person that put my business out there, like talk about stuff, until I start owning my voice, start owning my thing, and be like, listen, I'm planting the seed, it's a foundation. I never know where it can take me, and I'm creating a safe space for others to share their story. You never know, maybe one of these days I may get a call to be on a big TV screen, podcast, something, interviews, something, like do something, like, because that's what even though I do finance, my degree is in finance, I have a life license. That's the reason why I do finance. But I'm passionate about when it comes to art. I can't draw and stuff, but I'm very good at video editing. Like I heard you mention about Adobe. I'm very good at Adobe. I'm very good at CapCut because I record for my godson mother. I do a lot of her editing for her videos and stuff. So I'm like really good in that. So I'm happy you don't beat yourself up no more, and you have somebody in your corner that is making you know that it's okay to make mistakes. I think we all need a mentor. I'm looking for a mentor myself because I don't really have one in my life, but I think a mentor is always good. So I love that for you. So I have to ask you, do you do any collaboration currently?
I'm looking into doing some collaborations. There are some people who want to work with me, but we haven't set anything up, but it's definitely up and coming.
All right. I hope you're able to get that done. Don't be scared. You understand? Go out there. So if you could tell me one thing about your journey here in Essex County, one good thing and one bad thing.
Okay, the bad thing is that there's all kinds of people everywhere, including Essex County. And the good thing is they're also everywhere. So there's always an upside, a sunny side. So the good thing is there are people who support you. Go see your counselors, talk to your professors, have a good rapport with your peers. Talk. I know some of us are socially awkward, or we have anxiety and we think that we can't talk to people. Talk to people.
I love that. So what is next for Shania? Are you going to a 4-year?
Yeah, I'm going to a 4-year. I am still looking for options, but I did get accepted into Rutgers. I also got accepted into Montclair and Bloomfield and Rowan.
Congratulations to that. We gotta dance to that. I love my music, guys. Don't worry, I love the board. I'm gonna be missing this. I think I'm gonna come here back and record. But yeah, so you haven't decided which college you're going. You have to decide. You haven't taken offers yet.
No, I haven't taken any offers, but most likely if I get into my dream school, which I got into before, I got into SCAD when I was a freshman in 2020. But because of financial anxiety, I decided not to do it because I was absolutely dreading student loans.
Okay.
And I was just like, do I want like $4,000? Not $4,000. It was like $40,000 of student loans, like right off the bat, to just drop on me. I thought it was going to like ruin my whole entire life.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not going to go to my dream school if it's going to ruin my life.
Listen, we're going to take chances. Whatever you want to do, you just put your best foot forward and go for it. I hope you do make a decision very soon what you want to do, but that ball is in your court and it's what you want to do. I tell you, it's best for you to do it instead of be like, what if, instead of what if, because what I do realize is sometimes we know what we want and things that we want to do and we kind of take the shorter road, but in the back of our head, that decision that we want still there. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wish I had did this instead. Like, it's still there because you feel like you haven't fulfilled that void, that something that you really wanted to do, and you felt like you cut yourself short. So don't cut yourself short. We only live once. If you're able to do it, go ahead and do it. Sacrifice. You understand? But of course, make a plan of that. So I have to ask you, if you could challenge or rewrite one society's so-called rules of life in the world today, like what would it be? Example, like, how they said we're supposed to live, go to school, work, and everything before we can get a job. That's like a rule. Like, if you don't go to college, you ain't gonna get a job. So no. You know what I'm saying? But what would you change, like in any areas,
One thing I would change is I think that I would want to make it like one of those rules, like, like nobody talks about it, but everybody knows it's a rule.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to make something that everybody needs, that to be a rule.
What's that? Wait.
Like, how people don't do this anymore, but like before, people used to always watch out for everybody's kids in the neighborhood, but it wasn't a rule. Nobody said it out loud. Yes. Everybody knew to do it.
Yeah, okay.
I want to make a rule like that where everybody knows to do it, but it's not really a rule.
It's not really a rule. Okay, I see what you're saying, because now it's like mind your business, Everybody is like 2020 did a number for us. Everybody just stay in their lane. Don't focus on nobody. Everybody just be doing their thing. But what advice would you have for someone that is struggling currently in their lane, or trying to get a degree, feel like they're too old, feel like they can't do it, feel like they may battling as what they call it, like for yourself, you have ADHD, but you didn't let that actually take over. You took control. What advice would you give to someone?
I would give the advice that even if you fail one whole semester, don't give up. Because I failed a whole semester almost, and I only got one passing grade, and all my other grades were Fs. And that never happened to me before. Like, I never got an F as a final letter grade ever in my life before I started college.
And look at you now, about to graduate.
Exactly.
That F did not turn to fail. It turned into the future me, okay? And I'm coming. So what's a quote that you live by?
I think my favorite quote to live by is an Alice in Wonderland quote. I believe in 6 impossible things before breakfast.
Ooh, clap that. I like that. So, okay, discipline or motivation, and why?
I think that discipline is more important than motivation, because sometimes I have no motivation, but I still get out of bed. Why? Because my will and my discipline is stronger than my motivation.
Ooh, that's a word. I love that. So any final words of wisdom for the listener? Any final thing that you want to say?
When things get tough, you always snap back. So like a rubber band pops back, you just pop back up.
Ooh. Oh, she got some words today. I love it. So I just want to say congratulations on making it class of 2026. You did it. You started off in 2020, but look at you. You didn't give up. And that's what I love. I love a person that is consistent. I love a person that may, even those setbacks, they may knock them down, they get back up. You didn't give up on yourself. You start what you finish. And I think you did that for you and not no one else. So congratulations. I can't wait to celebrate with you.
Yes.
Graduation is coming on May the 26th, so I look forward to that. You drink?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we definitely going to take a shot o'clock, okay, because we
Yes.
did that. So I wish you all the success. Going forward after graduation, I'm going to be having a wrap-up graduation podcast with some of the graduates that I'm close with and stuff. You're definitely invited to that.
Thank you.
Everyone else out there, listen to me. Her story is so amazing. She has so many words of wisdom. These is what I'm talking about. Own your story, own your path, your journey. You never know. You can use it to inspire someone else. Don't be ashamed of where you're coming from. Look forward to where you're going, because where you're coming from, that's what brought you here today for the future. So never be ashamed of that, okay? And as usual, I always say, seek the kingdom. All that you wish for will be granted to you. Start unknown, finish unforgettable. Love yourself. Stay in your lane. What we said, stay and stay in your lane. Rise, reclaim, redefine your story. I see you in the next one. Bye.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.